Hello everyone, my name is B and welcome to the Flux UHC Season 5 Aftercall. That was quite a season. Can I just start by saying, I am actually so impressed by, like, in my opinion, like, not in a rude way, the skill jump since the last season. Because, like, I was shook. I was seeing, like, people getting kills in the chat, and I was like, I'm so happy! You know, like, when I was seeing people, like, getting kills who, like, may not have got them in the past, and I was so excited about that. So, apparently, the roster refresh was a good idea. Okay, let's start with... Let's see, who shall we start with? Let's start with Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, not me.
How's life?
What happened to your teammate? What happened to the wolf?
Too soon. You killed them.
Wait, you killed Flux there?
I didn't have good diamond luck. Like 3 of my dogs jumped in the lava. That was cute. And Flux made it to the end. That's pretty good at least. But there was one point where I was trying to come to center, the most exciting point of the UHC, where I lost all my dogs just disappeared. I was at the surface and they were all down in the caves. And I had to go in and kill a skeleton because all of them were so focused on that they didn't give a heck about it. They didn't want to come and see you guys. They just wanted to go and, like, I don't know, chew on some bones or something. So, I mean, considering how they died, I mean, I don't know. I haven't done a solo UHC for a while. So that was, yeah.
Did you find yourself talking to the dog at any point?
No, not at all. Why would I do that? I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw you guys actually first. I saw you and Isaac.
Did you?
Yeah, you guys were sitting on top of the tree, and I saw your name, and I'm like, no. And then I left, and then I ran to Chicago and Lisa, and yeah. So
yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, everybody had fire aspect. What the heck?
I know, everyone got so lucky this season with the fire aspect sword. The one season I don't put nerf fire on, and everyone gets fire aspect sword. I honestly, I was so shocked by that. Can I just say, I don't know how it ended up this way, but I've got John's head, and I don't even know how I got it. Like, there you go. If you like.
Oh yeah, I
might have killed someone that had it.
It's
because you killed
somehow
Nicola.
it made its way into my inventory.
You killed me.
So John and Rob, what happened?
Oh my goodness.
Do you
Well,
want to explain your own shame, or should I?
let me explain yours first, and then we'll go on to me, sir. So first things first, Rob had a bird on his shoulder that was making noise. So he went to put the bird away.
Seconds that I had to resurrect.
Yeah, so that's how we started. It should have been a sign. I'm just saying.
How
And
did
then
Rob drown?
because he
swim.
wasn't by his computer, and
I
I
wasn't
couldn't
there.
lift him up.
He was like,
Oh, because he went to put the bird away. I
Yeah.
see.
He's like, I'll protect you when we spawn, and then I come back and I'm just.
You know what I say in the chat? Is everybody ready? And like nobody answers. That's the point where you go, no.
No, I was gonna keep
He's
the
gonna
bird
play
with
with
me.
the bird, but it was like going chirp, chirp, chirp.
John was like, no, put the bird away. Okay.
So that was probably the biggest sign that things were not going well at UHC. Then the next thing that happened was, so we're going down, and I'm digging around, and I'd forgotten my settings that I'd set on my mouse. That's a key point now. And I found a cavern, and I went to look down the cavern, but instead of hitting crouch, I hit walk fast, and I just went straight off into the cavern. That was the first time I got knocked down to half heart.
Almost died instantly. Right at the beginning of episode 2. I was like, John, it's not episode 2! There's no more resurrections!
So then I got healed back up, of course, as episode 2 came to an end. And then we found a mine shaft. And then we found a spider spawner with poison spiders.
Poison spiders, yeah, that was
Which then attacked both of us.
Happened,
And so he got hit and knocked down to half a heart. Then I got hit and knocked down to half a heart. And
we used
then,
all our gapples just getting back to half health.
Yeah, and never found another piece of gold for the rest of the game. That was
Yeah.
episode 3.
Oh.
And then John lost all the way down to a half a heart again because he forgot to eat and nearly starved to death.
I was just gonna-
You could start
Best UHC death ever.
And now that doesn't end the story there. I actually spent another 2 episodes at half a heart.
Yes.
Again, never found gold. We dug down. We actually got an anvil. We got everything enchanted and everything.
Mhm.
And then we got to center and realized we were in trouble. So I started getting leaves so we could sort of hide ourselves in a tree. And as we were doing that, we saw a bee and we panicked. And then it turned out that Nicola's team saw us and came up behind and killed both of us.
Well, then.
That was the point at which we saw you die and came up behind them.
Yeah. So that's how you got my head, basically.
Yeah.
So, Rob, what was your shame?
Just drowning.
Just the drowning.
Just drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you drowned and you stabbed to death.
Basically, yes.
I was actually the more adventurous of the two of us. I was like, let's go down this mine shaft. Oh, there's diamonds. Oh, look, there's more diamonds.
Yeah, he was the one who found the poison spiders, too.
Well,
I
yeah.
feel like we need to make a whole new UHC. For like, we'll just call it John and Rob UHC. And you two could fight each other, that'd be great. I feel like the only problem is obviously it will be whoever wins first based on who drowns first or who stabs. Whichever happens faster.
Natural.
Oh my goodness. Right, I feel like we'll talk about Shannon and Kate's experience, but I feel like there's a bit here where we're going to have to have a joint discussion. And I feel like while we have this discussion, we may need a mediator or a referee or someone in the middle just to keep it calm.
I mean,
I
I even said at the end, I was like, I do not want to know what B is saying right
Yeah. We were both like, we're gonna
Now
go
I
watch
think
this
it's funny.
episode.
I think it's funny now. When it was happening, I was like, what is she doing?
I'm trying not to die in the water. I wanted some dignity.
So, for everybody who was alive still, or not spectating it for whatever reason, we went in to fight Shannon and Kitty. The idea was that we would fight one each, which is what Isaac and I kept saying we wouldn't two-team anyone. And then we went in to fight. Shannon just has this insane knockback sword out of nowhere and fires me down a hill. And I just look up towards the hill to try and shoot towards them. I knew I could not climb the hill fast enough to get to Isaac, whilst I watched my teammate be beat to death while I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. I gotten tapped out of my mind at the time, so I just stood there still like, I'm tapped out! I'm tapped out!
That's what I thought, because you
And
weren't
then I just
hitting
got
back.
back in, and then I was just dead, and I was like, cool.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
don't remember who killed Isaac. Was it me or you?
I
It was
killed Isaac
Shannon.
and you killed somebody else.
Oh yeah, okay.
You killed Professor Fox, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I came up, furious, of course, and I can't even tell you, I don't think I've ever shook that much in a UHC, my hands were shaking so much, and
Yeah.
I managed, Katie knocked me under a tree, which I then started jump PvPing with my head against the tree to get the crits, and then you died. And then I tried to chase Shannon, and this is the bit we're talking about for anyone who didn't see it. She ran, and ran, and ran, and ran, and then
Like
jumped in the
swam.
water, and then swam, and swam, and swam, and swam, and just kept
I know you
swimming.
love that.
Yes. I just.
And then I got a bird, and I was shooting her, and I was like, oh, it's fine. I don't care if she gets in the water, because I got like 3 hats, so I just thought, I'll just shoot her.
Mhm.
Next thing I know, I look in time, and she's on full health again. And
I
she's
had
just
so many
swimming
gaps.
and swimming and swimming. So I made a boat to chase her. I got out the boat to hit her. I got back in the boat. I got out the boat. I got in the boat. And then she stole my boat. Started swimming off. So I shot the boat up from underneath her. So she made another boat. So I shot that boat.
I didn't make another boat. The boat just kept going back. and forth.
Oh, right. Oh, right. So basically what ended up happening is I actually just said to Isaac, I was like, 1 minute I was like, oh my god, what is she doing? Why is she doing? Why is she swimming away? Why is... And then I just went, that's it, can't be bothered. And I just went back to the land and water to spawn instead. Just left her in the water. I was like, not doing this, see you later. And I just left.
I was like, it just can't end like this. It can't end like this. So I kept like just trying to gapple and survive.
I was like losing it. So I was like, that's it. I'm going back. I just went. I'm leaving it. I can't be bothered. I just said to Isaac, can't be bothered. I'm leaving. How was the rest of your game?
I think
Actually, really good.
yeah, no one saw them because they just ended up abandoning us. But we had what, like 9 dogs or something?
Like 9 or 10 dogs.
Yeah, we kept breeding our dogs through the whole thing. I think Professor Fox and whoever killed like 4
Georgina?
of them. Yeah.
Got like half of them.
Mass murder.
But yeah, we were just like walking to spawn and like I was like, wait, what was that sound? Turn around, there was people behind us, of course, but yeah, that was great.
We were pretty lucky. We found like almost everything to enchant like the first episode.
Yeah.
Pretty lucky with diamonds. We built a house and then a monument and prayers for John.
Yeah, because
he was on half a heart for like, the longest time.
that was great.
Yeah, we each got a kill. I think it was pretty successful.
Yeah, no, I'm like really proud of myself. And also, I think this is the 3rd time you've killed me, B, in Flux. I think. It's at least the 2nd, or I think it's the 3rd.
I killed you last season, didn't I?
Yeah, but I think that you did before too, so that's great. Love how I always had to be, but
I just have like a magnet herming like thing for you. I just Oh, yeah. Which is obviously true because that I totally didn't confuse you with Georgina.
Wow.
yeah.
Totally.
Well, Sky, how did yours of Phoenix's game go?
Yeah.
It was a bit of a pain. Did you guys place a lot of torches while you were mining?
Yeah, well, like a
Because
lot.
we
of torches.
found, at one point, we found someone's strip mines and stuff with torches in it, and that's how we knew it wasn't ours, because obviously I never placed torches.
Except for we barely actually strip mine. We
So it might have been somebody else then.
It might have been
Might have been
ours.
us.
Well, we found it, and we saw, like, so many torches, and I assumed it was John and Rob's because it was filled with ores they hadn't mined, and my assumption was that, Isaac actually said this, because the health was so low, maybe they were just, like, not risking going for the ores in the ravines.
Yeah, because it was all over like a.
Yeah, it came out of a mine shaft, didn't it, into a ravine, and then loads of strip mines, and we tried to find whoever was in it, but we couldn't.
It might have been us because there was a point where I lost Rob and I had to find him, and it was dark, so I was mining to try and find him with my half a heart issue. So we had so much iron, and we had so much torches and stuff. We didn't need any resources. We just needed gold.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you lose Rob, just put up a saying that says, "Have you seen my Rob?"
Maybe it wasn't you then, because we did when we were going through it. We found tons of gold that had been unmined, and we were like, "Why have the people not mined
It
this?"
could have just
Okay,
been
well, that
really
wasn't
dark
us.
and they couldn't see
Yeah,
it.
maybe you just didn't see it—the giant gold glimmering eggs. Yeah,
We weren't that low. I don't think.
I don't know. Weird.
I don't know, John.
Really, the
You did
main
pass
thing that
by
happened to
gold
us was
when
there
you fell down
literally
the
a
deck.
creeper around every single corner. There were creepers everywhere. We
That's
probably
just
had about
Phoenix.
30 creepers.
Oh wow.
Phoenix is a herming beacon for creepers.
Yeah, there were creepers everywhere.
Oh gosh. How did you die? Wait, I killed you. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, did I kill you or did Isaac kill you?
I don't
You
know.
killed her.
but-
No, I killed Nick.
No, you
Uh,
killed me.
Well, sorry. Did you get any kills? You did, didn't you?
Yes,
killed,
I killed John.
I honestly forgot, Alexa. I promise. When I asked, I honestly forgot. You killed John and Nick killed Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. GG. Georgina. I am so sorry, Georgina. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I'm just happy Shannon left me down a hole after I killed her dogs. And just went back after Professor Fox.
I'm
not gonna lie, I tried to find you.
Yeah, we couldn't find you.
I
Did
literally
you
dropped
hide?
down the hole. I looked straight at you. You looked at me and you walked away. I was like, yes, I'm running. And Professor Fox was like, they're still with me. I'm like, where are you? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh.
Oh.
So you two got him and I got
like-
away.
We were
And
like
then
so
B-
freaked out at that point.
B got me. Because like, Professor Fox found you and he's like, there's Katie. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, can we run away? He's like, no, they've seen me. I'm like, oh no. And then the dogs came, which obviously I spent more time fighting the dogs than you two. Which is how most of your dogs died. And I've lucked out.
She's just stood shifting, so I have a feeling she'd like that.
She told us her internet
While we
was
wait
going out
for
all
her,
day.
she has been having problems. While we wait, I actually found her in the tree. She was just like shifting there, and she had her back to me. So I hit her once on purpose, because I didn't want to like just like attack her when she couldn't see me. So I hit her once, and she started to, and obviously I had a fire aspect sword. She put herself out and kept walking away, so I hit her once more and killed her. I didn't even like. I was just trying to get her to turn around and fight me. I didn't realize how low she was.
Yeah, at that point, I was still on half health, and I was like, right, I'm in a tree. I can see the hamper. I'm just gonna eat my apples. And then I went flying and got set on fire. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And then I was on 2 hearts, put myself out, went to go eat a apple, and I died. I was like, oh, it's B.
Yeah, I was trying to hit you to get you to turn around and fight me so that you'd realise I was there. I didn't realise how low you were. I just hit you and you died. I was like, what?
It's fine. But yeah, so I have had connection issues. I'm currently running off my phone. So I must have disconnected about 10 times.
I did see you leaving and rejoining a lot.
Because like every 5 minutes-ish, it keeps disconnecting me now. I think I'm running out of data, but my Wi-Fi still hasn't come back up, so...
Oh dear. Well, GG, Georgina. Did you and Professor Fox find a lot of stuff?
We did alright. We got half diamonds, and then I had a Prot 2 helmet. I had a lot of gold, which I was saving for if I actually got a kill. But we ended up using quite a few apples because... quite a few of us got apples. Because of how it was, because we kept finding we found a ravine and a mine shaft, and we weren't brave enough, so we were just running away. We were like, nope, and then things started dropping on us heads because we were walking through ravines. So we were at one point I was down 5 hearts, so I was like, I'm just gonna gapple, I can't do this, I'm gonna die to mobs otherwise.
Well, GG. I think you did very well. Well done. I have a comment to make here that I just thought of that's going to make everyone so salty. We had some... I found... we found so many diamonds that when we accidentally enchanted diamond boots with projectile protection, we just threw them out.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Actually a helmet.
Yeah, you're right. That makes me really salty because we had trouble with that.
Because at that point we were like, who needs sugarcane to make it higher level? We'll just make more diamond armor. And when it was prods, we just threw it out.
Yeah, and then I missed something, and I was like, who needs prod 2?
Shikari and Puppy Power, a laser, Iris, whatever. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, hi, I'm whatever. My name is whatever.
Hi, whatever. How was your game? How was life?
Okay, let's just start with the fact that you just told us about the diamonds, and we spent most of the game trying to find diamonds. I think we were still full iron about episode 4, by the way. Or you were still full iron. I only had a chest plate, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that was very nice of you. I really know,
Does it make you even more salty if I tell you that we put our enchanting table down at the end of episode 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were really close to.
We couldn't get an enchantment
No,
table
I
for,
think we
episode
would've had-
3.
I'm just
Yes.
realizing
Anyway.
how
I think we would have had the enchantment table. We didn't have sugarcane. That was our problem.
Yeah, I had to go back to the surface for
sugarcane was really
sugarcane.
scarce
We had,
for us too. We
enough
only had
sugarcane.
enough for 1 book.
I think we were
Anyway.
1 diamond away in episode
Yeah, we were
1,
one
weren't
time.
we?
Yeah, we had 4 5 and
GG. So,
Anyway, what happened
game.
is we had a lot of trouble finding diamonds, and we found one... at the end of the game, Papi had 1 chest plate with Pro 2, and I had a chest plate and a helmet with Pro 2, and the rest was Iron Pro 2. We didn't find much gold at the start either, but near the end, I just went, I found gold! I found more gold! It's gold! I just found gold! I spent the whole episode
abundance.
So you
finding
found a
gold,
ton of
basically. Yeah, that still wasn't enough. Where's Sarah? Where did Sarah go?
I'm just throwing my
Hi, Sarah. Hi. That still wasn't enough to counter this. What happened to Flipstar? I don't remember what happened to Flipstar. I think it was you when we found each other.
Yes, Flips the dog was with us.
Yeah, I think I
what
get
happened to
the
him?
dog actually.
I killed the puppy. But I don't remember what happened to Flipstar.
Okay, so I think I may have killed Flipstar.
I think you may have put Flipster down, yeah.
Yeah, besides, I'm pretty sure I hit Flipster once with my fire aspect, so I'm sorry. I don't like hitting dogs in Minecraft. They make such a sad noise.
Yes,
But
my
yeah.
heart broke when I did that.
But yeah, I hit Sarah a few times with fire aspect, and that didn't work because we were near a river. So Poppy killed her.
Okay,
It's a
Minecraft
crime.
did not give me the credit for that, and I have never gotten a real kill in a UHC, so I am very upset with Minecraft right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sarah was low.
We will
Poppy
count it as a
back.
kill. We will count it as a kill
Thank
on the
you.
season. You're welcome.
And then I forgot to remind Poppy about the heads, and I completely forgot about the heads. We just ran away as soon as we could. And
Yeah,
then
then
we
we
ran
found
into...
Alexa
into the store.
Can I just say, I like that normally in these things where people say, and then we found B, I'm like, oh no. I am really enjoying hearing, and then we found Alexa and Avalos. I like that.
Look, we found the both of them. I believe Alexa went for Poppy, and I went for Avalos. And I actually screamed in the middle of the fight, when did Avalos get so good at Minecraft PvP?
I attempted to gapple, but I should have been fighting instead of trying to gapple. Because...
Yeah, I feel that, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my
well,
mistake.
what happened next is that I was
Sorry.
The amount of whoopers and everything.
I was thrown into a river by Avalos during the fight, and then Alexa came at me and murdered my face. And I wasn't one heart, and I had to choose between trying to grapple at the last second with one heart left of health, or letting Alexa murder me without a grapple. I grappled and Alexa murdered me while I was grappling,
Mm-hmm.
and that really hurt.
We've got emotional scars here, haven't we?
The usual, you know.
Yeah, killing a dog was really hard on me. Like, look at my name!
Yeah,
It was like killing my own kind.
Unless
Yeah, I
puppy
forgot
power
how
is like a
powerful-
sick twist on the fact that you like to like that's your thing, like you like.
Jesus.
A
Okay.
bit too deep on that one.
That's
B.
dark.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go in the corner.
Cut that out.
Oh.
Can I just say, while we're on the topic of you feeling hurt by Alexa, her burst shots were insane. I was like freaking out. I was like jumping, and you know, like when you jump to weave away from a burst shot, I jumped and landed on the arrow almost. I was like, what is going on? So that was like a big GG because it chipped so much of my health off. I was so shocked. So wait.
Also,
yeah, that's fine.
I
That's
forgot
fine.
one part. I had to kill Sarah's remaining puppy. I'm sorry.
Rip.
Wait,
So
say that
basically,
again.
everything you never loved Sarah.
What happened to
You were given it. You were given these things what 2 hours ago, and already they have been taken away.
Yes.
Can't have these things.
Wow.
You are right. I'm
Avalos
just kidding.
and Alexa, hello.
Hello.
How did
You killed
your
puppy,
day go?
didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have like a ridiculously fast game, but I'm kind of trash at finding diamonds, and Avalos apparently is a diamond magnet today.
Just today. Every other day.
We had a conversation about this before. We were like, okay, so our plan is to get a bow and to get like all iron armor and get like
Stupid.
sharpness for iron sword because we're probably not going to get enough diamonds for like armor and things like that. So then end up episode
3. I think it was 3.
I think it was the
Maybe
beginning
4.
of episode 2 that we found our first diamonds, but we didn't enchant until like the end of episode like 5 because we were waiting to see if we could find any more diamonds, and luckily we did. Not enough for full armor. We each had like one piece, but we still stuck to like iron tools and things like that. But we didn't have a bow the entire time. No bow. We were like, no feathers, nothing. We were that's our goal, and we failed, and we're gonna die. And that was pretty much what we were going for. So we were going towards 0-0. I got lost so many times, which is how we ran into Puppy and Shikati because I don't know my coordinates. So we saw them. And we went, yeah. False hope, really, honestly. But we went. Basically, as soon as we got to the surface, we went in the direction that I thought was 0-0. Saw Puppy, and they didn't see us, but we started going
We're
over a
watching
hill.
us.
I guess they went to the left, but we went straight because I saw a spider, and I honestly focused the spider because I needed a bow. And then Avalos found them again. We went after them. I want to say, just to let you guys know, we did our hardest not to two-team. Like, that was literally our goal, was to not two-team. So when Avalos was low, he backed off, and that's when I went after Iris. So just to clarify there was no two-teaming involved.
I know it.
It was very
Okay.
easy to kill me, I admit.
You
I'm
actually
awful
put
at
up a
PvP.
really, like, you put up a
You
fight.
did, you put up a
I
fight.
honestly,
I did?
was scared.
She
You
was
did.
worried. She's like, I have to gapple.
I was like, I need to run.
I'm
But,
so shocked.
yeah, no, I felt bad going after you, to be honest, because I was like, I don't want to kill Puppy. She's my favorite. But
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
My trial.
But
I'm
I
leaving.
was like, this is gonna make a story. But I honestly enjoyed fighting you. It was a good fight. I was scared. So
I was happy to die to you, you know?
aw, big hug, big hug. You too, Iris. Come here. Come here.
Let's play this up. Come on, my
Big
turn.
hugs, big hugs.
Everybody back.
Big hugs. All right. Anyways,
Looks at
you
watch.
guys, somebody had a bow. I think one of you guys had like a power 1 bow.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
I forgot. Here's the thing. I forgot to craft arrows for the bow. I didn't have any arrows.
We actually, as soon as we got to the surface, we found chickens. So we went to go craft arrows, but I only had like 14, I think. And then when we got the bow, we had already enchanted a book with power 1. So we just like quick combined them, and then that's what I used against B. So it helped. So thank you. Your bow made it to the fight. I
Your
If I
bird
had-
chips half my health if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, it was like 10
If I had
things as well.
crafted arrows, that fight would have gone very differently.
Yeah, probably. We didn't have
Probably.
a bow at that time, so it would have helped you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a sharpness 4 iron sword. I was very proud about that.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
We didn't get that.
I actually said to Isaac, I bet a lot of people do that, and I did notice that. I think like nearly everyone had.
They had diamond, sharp.
I had
three.
sharp 3 diamond.
We had sharp 3
Oh,
diamond
mhm.
swords though.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everybody that we fought had like sharp 4. So GG on remembering everybody.
Yeah.
I had sharp
We
four,
I said
but
to Isaac, now that I do it, everybody's gonna do it. So it's not.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
Honestly, we were aiming for sharp 4 iron, but we actually could only get sharp 3. But last minute, Avalos was able to get fire aspect, so we got fire aspect sharp 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
fire
gosh.
aspect really threw me off. I wasn't expecting it. I'm not good at putting out fires, you know.
I'm
No.
actually the fire aspect got me. So when we were fighting B, I tried as long as I could to just bow you, and we didn't know if we were both allowed to bow at the same time, so we just tried to not.
I saw that you guys made an active effort to like, if one of you was gonna fight and you got low, you'd walk off before the other one attacked me. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we didn't want to. We figured we didn't want to like. If we won, we didn't want to win by 2 teaming because we would.
I was like looking at you both at separate bits, and even though you weren't both shooting me, I was saying to Isaac, I'm like shooting both of them. I was like shot, because I was
Yeah,
panicking so much.
we figured that was acceptable but we weren't gonna go after you at the same time. But then I should have backed off and used the rest of my arrows before I went in with the sword. So I should have held back. But
Yeah, so when I actually rushed you, it's because I ran out of arrows, and I was like, oh no. So when I came forward towards you, I had no arrows, but then I ran back again because I picked lots of yours up that you shot at me,
Yeah.
and then I did theirs, and I ran out again. So I was a bit.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, the fire aspect really threw me off as well, because even though like when I'm doing duels and like stuff like that, I always remember to put water down to like to get the fire off. I just didn't remember to. So in honesty, I used Avalos's water. Was it Avalos? Did you put
That
your
was
water
mine.
down?
I was trying
It
to
was
save
yours,
myself,
sorry,
and
yeah.
I couldn't.
When you put it down, I was like, oh, perfect! And I jumped into it because I just completely forgot to put water down. Had I not jumped into it, I think I would have died because I was getting really
my
low.
fault. I'm sorry. I'm going.
I was like really powering through the flame because I was freaking out. And she just like flew.
I was like, wait, where? I thought
Yeah,
you jumped
I
out,
was
literally.
I was figuring out, but I will admit the one thing that helps if you want to have
What? What is
Whoa!
it?
Let me see.
What is that?
Let's see. It's
that costs 24 levels.
What? Okay, it is sharpness 4 Unbreaking with Fire Aspect one. So you had a Sharpness 4 Fire Aspect. So that was the sharpest level above
It was
me.
like 24 levels.
Yeah, she could have gotten Sharp 5 actually, but said it was.
But yeah, it wouldn't let me. I picked up someone else's Sharp 4 and it said it was too
Ma'am, this is Flux UHC. Or UHC, those are pro strats. We're gonna need you.
I tried, Isaac can attest to this. I tried so hard to make sure we didn't do things that were too far. I was like, no, we're not doing Prot 3, and I was like, no, we're not going to Sharp 5 and stuff. That's not fair. But then I got Fire Splits, and I was like, wait a minute, I can just do
it. Not until Deathmatch.
Yeah. And then Isaac actually went Sharp 5, didn't you? Because you picked one off somebody else.
Oh yeah, I did, but I also didn't have Fire Aspect. I had to.
Yeah, but then you got murdered straight away anyway, so you know.
Yeah. Being so kind to me.
Oh my gosh. I actually feel like, personally, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this was like, in my opinion, this is my favourite season of Flux so far. I really, really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I think the roster refresh really helped. I think the theme was really nice, the texture pack was really nice, the gapple texture was super cute, the named items I think were really cool as well. I think I'm still wearing Shannon's head. I'll just...
You've been doing it all along.
I thought it was a really, really good season, and I actually felt like I had to put my like 100%, because at first I was like, oh, I'll try not to fight too harsh on like Alexa and Avalos, because I know you guys don't PvP that often. But when I was fighting you, I felt like I had to pull my like 110% out because I was like freaking out. So I feel like next Flux is gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna have a great time because everyone's getting so much better.
They literally killed me. That should have been your warning sign.
Well, oh why? You're so good, are you?
You always tell me I'm not bad when I.
Yeah, you're actually. I do hate fighting you. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie.
Exactly.
Well, thank you all so much for participating this season. I really enjoyed it. Make sure you guys who are watching this go and subscribe to everybody's channels in the description, please, and send them lots of love. I hope you enjoyed this Flux UHC, and hopefully we will see you in a couple of months with the next season, which should be around summertime sometime. Yeah.
Chat.
Oh yeah, I thought you said thank the host in PST. Then I was like, wait, you want me to wait like until certain Thank you so much. Thank you so much, MCProHosting, again for hosting. We really appreciate it. And yeah, one question for you all. Did you find it helpful to have little messages in the chat to remind you about things?
Yes! Very much so.
I don't know if you, for those of you who haven't been my teammate yet or don't watch my perspectives, you may not know, but I used to run every command at the start of every UHC every time we were about to do one, and it just took ages, and I used to have to cut loads out, but I figured out how to automate the commands, so when the server starts, it does them, and then when the game starts, it does certain ones, and then after a certain amount of time, it does them as well, so the final heal, everything, did it itself. I didn't have to do anything, so it made my life so much easier. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, everybody. Thank you so much.
Oh, one more thing. The beds.
The beds were so funny. Oh my gosh. What happened?
Isaac had an idea to just add like a gimmick to see if people had noticed, and I was like, I'll just mention it and see if people do it.
We put down a bed. If you sleep during the daytime, it says something like, "This is a UHC."
UHC, lol.
Yeah.
For anyone that didn't see.
Hold up.
Yeah. We thought we were gonna die. We're like, we have to do this in episode 1 or we will die.
Yeah. Because when she said it in the first episode, I was like, wait, is wrong with beds? Not realizing that's what it was, and I was like,
yeah. I did it on purpose in the intro because I wanted people to be like, I imagined in my head people putting a bed down and like running away and putting their fingers in their ears in case it was like an explosion or something. I was hoping for a big build up, then people click it and they're like,
Katie actually slept during the night, and when she died, she spawned back at our bed.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
like, wait, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that little addition. Actually, one question before we go. Did you enjoy having the custom textures? Did you like that?
Yes.
Because I think we might do more of those type of things in the future, because I really liked that. Right. Thank you all so much. Love you all lots. Have a lovely whatever day it is for you, and we'll see you next season. Bye, everybody. Bye.